Hello, good people of YouTube. Mountbatten here. And today we have your weekly live reaction replay video. For those of you unaware how this video works, I am sitting down and watching this replay with you guys live. It's like we're sitting down together watching this as buddies. Wherever you may be it at your breakfast table, be it as you're on your toilet at your place of work, time thefting from your boss, be it as you're driving down the highway. Whatever or wherever you're watching this, we're watching it together. So, in this week's replay, we have the Tier 10 tech line Italian destroyer, the Regolo. Not a commonly submitted ship. I get lots of the more popular higher tier ships submitted to the email and the Discord channel for replays. We don't get a lot of Regolos. I think that's because the Regolo is one of the most difficult destroyers to play in game. Really, most of the higher tier Italian destroyers are. Now, today's Regolo is being captained by one Blackbait, who, if he manages to pull off what I'm hoping is a good game here, I would be most interested in seeing how he does it, because I've tried to play the Regolo, and I like what the Regolo is intended to be. I like that type of gameplay style, which is a close-in anti-destroyer destroyer. You see, the Regolo and the Italian destroyer line, by extension, are excellent at building other destroyers out of existence because they have sap shells. Those shells that are like HE, but they pin more, they have higher alpha damage, but they don't do they don't have a fire chance on them. In fact, they actually have a negative fire chance in their coding, just in case you try to get funny with the commander skills and or the flags. So, because of their high alpha damage and their ability to pin just about everything, especially when we're talking about destroyers at higher tier, they are quite good at murdering other destroyers. And you see, at the lower tiers in the Italian destroyer line, like from tier, wherever it starts, tier 3 up to tier 6, 7, they are excellent at murdering other destroyers. Their sap just absolutely bullies other destroyers out of existence. But when you start to get up to the higher tiers like tier 8, tier 9, and tier 10, the sap alpha in and of itself isn't good enough anymore, because at those tiers you have destroyers that are now, more than capable of fighting you off because of their DPM. So they kind of catch up, if you will. The HE destroyers catch up with their RPM at those tiers where they can now out DPM you, unless you're landing every single shot. And when you're in a destroyer and trying to take out another destroyer and trying not to get murdered in return, that's a difficult task to accomplish. Now, the Regolo does have, as you can see, a large amount of HP for a tier 10 destroyer, and that's one of the ways you can kind of get through it. But I mean, it's just really difficult to do. So usually when I play Regolo, I can do alright in it. I just don't normally have, a huge stack in terms of damage by the end of it, because you're really, again, fighting other destroyers and such, and the game rewards you for that. So if you want to do well in these ships, you got to kind of forget about trying to go for the big number, and just try to, take out those destroyers and such, and bully them out of the caps, and take the caps for yourself. Which is also hard to do considering he has, a massive detection range as well for a destroyer. But anyway, so far, you can see Blackbait's kind of keeping his distance, firing really at the edge of his main battery gun range, going after these destroyers, and dumping his torpedoes in the general direction of the enemy team from time to time. Or really, pretty much the second they reload, he's just dumping them at the enemy team as they're trying to push up here. There's a Holland from 7 kilometers away. That defense is not doing too well. Oh, the Regolo also has the exhaust smoke that you can find on most of the Italian ships. And like the Polo Emilio, also does have an engine boost as well. And oh, there we go, first kill for Blackbait, I should say, of the round. With taking out the Holland. The defense does get taken out right before he manages to do that, though, so he unfortunately misses out on first blood. Manages to clip the Holland there in the stern for his last bit of HP, and now the enemy team is down to 1 destroyer. Very good. I'm sorry for the jerkiness of this replay. I'm not sure what's going on. I'm assuming it's a replay bug, because as you can see, sometimes when Blackbait moves his camera, it's a little bit jerky. There's unfortunately not much I can do about that. Alright, he's going after the Katsonis now, who I think just beached himself there too. But the enemy, Irresistible, takes out one of the friendly destroyers, and there goes the friendly Wooster there as well that took out the defense. But this does leave D pretty open, and you can see Flakbait's going in there to grab the cap. And that Katsonis was last seen running away from the fight. Do have an Oregon here as well, man. What are these ships in this match? We have an Oregon, we have an Irresistible, a Defense popped up, we have an Illinois as well. This is a very interesting combination of ships here on this match. Dumps his next set of torpedoes in the general direction of the Oregon. He is detected by radar. Ooh, that's not good. That should only be for 10 seconds because of the Katsonis' radar. This is a long 10 seconds, though. Or is it the... No, there we go. But I don't think it's the Buffalo, because that's way, way too far away for that to be the Buffalo's radar. Alright. So the Katsonis spots him there for a second, but no big deal. No one even takes a shot at him. So he should be able to get this cap here fairly unopposed, unless the Katsonis decides he really wants to come back and try to be a hero. But looks like the friendly side, they have pretty good control of the eastern flank at the moment. Pretty even game so far. One destroyer, one cruiser down per side, but the enemy team has had 3 caps ticking for them, so they are a little bit ahead. But looks like, yep, he should be able to clean it up here and take this cap and also get the Katsonis here hopefully out of the match. There we are, Katsonis 7,000 HP. Oh, and he's stuck going in reverse. He has been caught in 4K 60 FPS because that is what I record and play it. Uh-oh, Montana shells coming in, and oh, he got the lead correctly. Unfortunately, he did not get the height correct. Does clip him with a couple of shells there, but man, if those would have connected, that would have been most of his HP gone right there, even through the overpins. All right, Oregon's down to his last 20k HP. Flak's going to go ahead and get a couple of salvos off on him. Excellent target for the... Oh, who's that? Whose shells are those? The Illinois? Good target for the Regolo because the Oregon is a Georgia. Georgia has fairly thin armor. Oh, never mind. The Montana takes care of him. Speaking of Montana, there's Montana here right on the edge of his range that he's going to throw some lovely little sap love taps in his general direction. Should be able to get some good damage off of that superstructure there. Looks like he manages to target the turret instead. Oh, he swaps on over to HE here, actually, looking to start some fires there on the Montana. Makes sense. Obviously, the sap shells. What can these sap shells pin? They should be able to pin... yeah, 38 millimeters of armor. So, the Montana, you could probably stick with sap and... you should be able to farm a fair amount off him, but obviously, too, if he just uses damage card or something, HE is not a bad way to go either. Jaeger torpedoes the Thrasher? What? What is this match? Oh, hello, Illinois from 6 kilometers away. What are you doing here? Okay. What is going on with this round? All right, enemy team down 5 ships at this point. Friendly team down 4 ships. Never mind, they're down 5 ships too. Very, very close game, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, there's a Katsonis. Come on, get him. Murder. Murder. He is scraping the rocks there. Oh, yeah, he gets stuck on the island there for a second. Yeah, there should be a dead Katsonis, and there we go. He gets 1 HE shell out and naturally knocks out his motor. That's my luck there. The guy gets 1 HE shell out, and poof, there goes my engine, right? All right, so there's a Buffalo in the middle. That's a little scary because he has radar. We have an Irresistible way out there. That's a new British super battleship. There goes the Jaeger to the Irresistible's guns. That 2501 is now all alone and very scared. Also has a Shimakaze on top of him. Probably not where he wants to be at the moment. Should be getting depth charged right now. Probably going to be down here in a second. Still very even game so far. Both teams are down to their last 6 ships. Score is very close to... Ah, we are spotted. Smoke up. Buffalo, does he have radar? No. And if he does, Flak's being very, very cautious here. He's not firing. He doesn't want the Buffalo to know he's here because if he has radar, he just hasn't opened up his eyes. Flak can get away here. Dump some torpedoes in his direction, and he is just running away. Smart move here from Flak. You'd be surprised how many players just don't look around, use their eyeballs. There goes the Montana there, the enemy Montana. But a enemy friendly ship was also taken out then too. So once again, we are down now 5-5. Friendly side has 2 destroyers up to the enemy team's 2 destroyers, and their submarine is still up. Although I don't know, looks like U-2501 is managing to live for much longer than he ever should have. I can spot. Oh, hi, Kyun Ming from 2 kilometers away. Hello, how's it going, buddy? Alright, getting the sap on the Kunming. Gets a couple of shells into his stern. Unfortunately, didn't give him quite enough lead. There's the Buffalo's radar. Alright, getting some good shots here in now with the sap. Woo, unfortunately, ran into the island. Gets something with torpedoes. Oh, he dev strikes the Buffalo, but here's the Incomparable from 5 kilometers away. Oh my god, he is getting a little bit beaten at this moment. Down to 4,500 HP. Oh, he manages to survive for the time, though. Okay, so the bad thing is that Kunming is not that low, nor is that Incomparable. Shimakaze is just taken aback by this 2501 and is hunting him down to the edge of the earth. Ooh, Irresistible there, 12 kilometers away and closing. Is he going to be so bold? No way, not with having nowhere but an island to sail into, right? Okay, he's going to launch his torpedoes. That much better decision. All right. Gets one set of torpedoes off on the Irresistible. He will probably head this way. Will he run to the torpedoes? Maybe. If they were my torpedoes, they would miss him by 7 miles, but since they're not, I'm sure they'll hit. All right, so what's the Q? Oh, so the Kunming is in B. Now, if I'm the Kunming, I would loop around the island, come up behind. Yep, there goes 2501. Down to 4 ships left alive on the friendly side. Darlana is taking the C cap, so that's good. And Flak is contesting the B cap, but the problem is, again, that Kunming's got most of his HP. And here comes the Irresistible, too. Hello, torpedoes. That was close. He is also flying very close to the sun here with the Irresistible. Alright, second rack of torps is up, and they are away. Woo, we're just going to sail on by. Sail away from the Irresistible. Or not. Okay, no, he's going to try and edge it here. Yeah, get him right behind that island. Maybe open up on him here with guns. Uh-oh. Kunming takes out the Yami that came to assist with the Irresistible. That's not good. We're down to 3 ships left on the on the friendly side. 4 ships left alive on the enemy side. Dang. Alright, Darlana has taken the sea cap. Darlana needs to come up here because he's the friendly side super destroyer. Now, the Montana stated that he has HE loaded waiting for the Kunming. That's good. Although there is an Irresistible, like, right there. Another set of torps for the Irresistible? I believe so. Yep, there they go. He is detected, not spotted. Gets 2 hits on what I believe is the Irresistible. Second rack of torps is out. 1 instance of flooding on the Irresistible, popping his engine boost to get the hell out of there. Yet there comes the Incomparable from 7 kilometers away. There's the torpedoes from the Kunming. So you know the Kunming. No, that could be the Shimakaze's torps, because I forgot that Shimakaze went up to the northwestern side of the map to hunt down the 2501. Now he could go into the cap to get those cap points. He's down to 4,500 HP. Can't really. Hey, nicely done. Talk about an Uno reverse card. Taking out the Shimakaze there. Bring it down now to 3v3. Wonderful, wonderful torps. Alright, so... Now, see, if this was me, I would be just running into that A cap. Getting that cap and securing those points. Darlano looks like he's moving up to fight the Kunming. He's healthier than Black. There's the Incomparable. Darlano gets torps off on the Irresistible as well. Montana takes down the Irresistible. Wonderful. Good. Now we have a 3v2 with the friendly side having the advantage. Alright, so here comes the Incomparable. Who's with the British and naming their ships with, words that start with in or Like, come on, guys. You can't just keep pulling the same trick for years and years and years, but apparently they can. Alright, so we got to worry about the Kunming and the Incomparable here. Incomparable, 20-inch guns, angry ship, 10-kilometer detection range. The Kunming yet again torpedoes the Montana. And oh no, Flak, does he not get caught here? Oh, he slinks by the island. Slides off that rock like he's lubed up in baby oil. Alright, so the bad thing is the Delano's kind of left out of the open, holding the bag. And, well, unfortunately, eats a couple of, Flak's torpedoes. And now, it is a 1v2, ladies and gentlemen. Flak is on 4,500 HP, and he has a mostly full health, Kunming, and I think pretty much a full health Incomparable. Whew. This is not good. He's got 20 seconds to take this cap. See, the incomparable is fast, especially with the engine boost going. So I'm not sure if he can play Ring Around the Rosie with the incomparable for too long. Now, the Regolo is quite fast. It does have... Oh, look at that! The Durlana gets the flesh wound on the incomparable. His fire that he set burned down the incomparable. Wonderful there. Ladies and gentlemen, we have ourselves a 1v1. A mostly full health Kunming, super ship, versus an almost dead Regolo, tier 10. Okay, so he's located. So the Kunming knows whereabouts he is. The Kunming is not an A because our Regolo just left A. I'm sure that's confusing Flak just as much as it is confusing to us. Now, he is probably heading over here because, of course, he has RPF on Old Boy here. But the longer that he can hold onto these 3 caps, the more points his team is earning. For once, the points are actually correct. Beautiful. All right, replay. So he's got about a 100-point lead right now. So the question is the Kunming going to run around for the caps? Probably not. Doesn't really have time for that. But all he has to do is really hit our boy, like, what, 2 times and he's dead? 2 solid salvos on Flak here, and Flak is done, and that's GG. And the Kunming has a Kraken, by the way. So, let's see what happens here. I would probably be turning around and running to, like, J1. Because the Kunming has to turn... Oh! We are spotted and detected. Pops the smoke screen. Pops the engine boost. Does even give the Kunming a second to fire. The Kunming probably has torpedoes already on the way. But he is turning out. So where's Mr. Kunming? That's the question in our minds. This guy in chat is shouting. Not sure if he knows exactly where the Kunming is at. But he sure wants us to believe that he does. It's going to be a very, very long 5 seconds here for the Kunming. Okay, where's he at? Where's Mr. Kunming? Nowhere? Behind the smoke? Behind the smoke. So maybe the... No, the guy... he might be on the other side of this island. C1, E5. I'm not sure what this guy's going off of. Okay, so he is detected. Our boy's detected. Torp's out. There he is. Oh my god, he's at so much HP. Frame rates are dropping, or that's just the camera shaking from the replay. There's a couple hits there. Down to 30. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! 2,000 HP left. Woo-hoo-hoo! Away into the night we run. Okay, so the Torps are out on the Kunming. Do we think he eats any of these? These Torps only do like, what, 16k? Yeah, 13.9. Dang, that's not a lot. Oh, and they're slow too. 56 knots. I thought they did more damage than that. Like, I know the Polos was crazy, but I thought the Regalos wasn't quite that crazy, but still, like, you know, had like a little bit of bite there, like 16 or 17k. All right, 15 seconds till his smoke's up. He is now running towards... Uh-oh, he is spotted. Woo-hoo-hoo. Let's see. There's the Kunming, 6 kilometers away. He's only managed to take away about 2k of his health. Oh my god, 956 HP. Salvos incoming. Woo! Smoke up. Oh, he hits him with 1. He's down to 12. 362 HP left. Will his smoke last long enough? No, the smoke will not last long enough until the timer's up. Uh-oh, he's got to do some jukes here in a few seconds. He's also about to run into the map border here. But the score, he's 1 tick away from winning, ladies and gentlemen. And, come on, there we go. A well-earned victory there for Blackbait. Oh my god. Winning on 356 HP. 350, 4 more than you need. No, 352 more than you need. Now, obviously, this should be an E right here. He gets Dev Strike, Confederate, 4 kills to his name, 141,000 damage, 2 caps capped, and a 2500 base XP game. That should be much higher than that. But man, Flakbait, hats off to you, sir. What a round. Q Ming. Obviously, a very good Q Ming player, getting crack in that round. But Flakbait managed to play it well, use the smoke. I would have started running a little south a little bit sooner than that. He was probably trying to keep him out of the cap. I would understand that. I mean, obviously, hindsight is 2020, right? I don't know what he was thinking. He might have been thinking something perfectly logical at the time, but we just don't know. But, sir, Mr. Flakbait, compliments to you, sir. An excellent game. Down to the last second, down to the last ounce of HP as well, sir. Thank you so much for sending that in. So if you have a replay like this, of a nice close match like this, or an excellent game, please feel free to send it to the email link down below. You can also submit it via the replay channel on the community server. A link to that is down below as well. So again, once again, Flakbait, excellent game, sir. I hope that when I run across you on the seas, you are indeed on my team. I pray that you are, at least. So, hope you guys have a wonderful Thursday, wonderful rest of your week. Hope to catch you guys in the next one.